is going to go over project 5, which is our job search or job documents portfolio project. You've made it through 4 projects. This is one of the easier projects because you don't have that many steps or deliverables in it, but it's also one of the most useful projects because you can create documents that are actually usable in your current or future job search. So as always, you're going to find information about the project by going to the modules page. And then you're going to go to project overview and instructions and come down here to project 5. As with all of our projects, there's an overview and then there's a set of instructions. The project 5 overview includes an introduction. It talks about the resume and the cover letter, which is really the biggest part of our project. There's some information here about like writing resumes, some videos about how to make resumes in Microsoft Word, and things to never include in resumes. And then there's also some videos about cover letters. Students who have written resumes sometimes haven't written a cover letter yet. So some of these videos can be really helpful in helping you understand what the expectations for these documents are. So let's take a look at the actual instructions. As I said, this is a smaller project. It's only worth 15% of your grade or 150 points, which is much less than the proposal or the instructions. And we're really going to be making this particular project match your future or current career aspirations. So you're going to build useful job documents. We're going to build real resumes with your real background and experience that you could use right now to apply for internships, scholarships, grants, or even jobs. You're going to learn about contemporary expectations and challenges for job seekers, and you'll craft application materials that meet those challenges. So there's fewer deliverables here. You'll do a job ad keyword analysis. You'll do a job search overview memo where you're going to kind of do some research about what kind of resumes and cover letters are most appropriate for your particular kind of job search. You write a cover letter, resume, and justification email, and these 3 will be turned in together as a single portfolio. So the job search is one of the most difficult and often frustrating aspects of career success. Gone are the days where an applicant could create a single resume and cover letter for every position. In recent years, searching for job ads and applying for openings has become even more dependent than ever on an applicant's ability to use technology to their advantage. So part of this unit is also going to talk about scannable resumes, resume design, searching online, stuff like that. So you're going to start by researching the most important aspects of applying for a position in your projected field or career. Every field and every career has its own idiosyncrasies. For instance, if you're interested in government work, there's a very specific kind of resume that needs to be written for federal government employment. If you're not looking for government work, then you're going to use a more traditional resume. Many jobs need to use a scannable resume that can be used by databases and other applications where you don't even have a human looking at your resume for the first time. So your resume must include keywords or a human will never see it. So if you're unsure about your career path, if you're not really sure what you're going to do, then you can just do best practices for general job searches and application documents. But if you know you're going to go into nursing or you know you're going into computer science, really start looking for like resume tips for that specific career because there are slight differences between careers, and you need to figure out what's going to work for the job you want to get in the future. You're going to prepare an informal informational memo report that details your finding for an audience of your peers and classmates. So that's, a 1 to 3 page report that really talks about what are the best practices for job searching in your career. Then you're going to put your research into action. You're going to locate a job ad for an entry-level position or internship that you could apply to right now with your current credentials. Now, to be clear, you are not actually going to apply to this job unless you want to, but you need to find a job ad that speaks to your credentials as you have them. So I would suggest entry-level positions or even internship positions that allow you to apply because you're a student. Don't select positions that need a master's degree if you don't have a master's degree. You'll complete the keyword analysis worksheet for the position. That's going to help you isolate the technical and soft skills required. And then you're going to craft application documents. That's your resume and cover letter for that position. Your application materials are going to be submitted as a portfolio with a cover email to me, the professor, introducing the materials and making a persuasive argument for why they meet the requirements in the field. For instance, if you decide to put, teamwork or other soft skills on your resume, you need to provide a persuasive argument for why that's appropriate for your field. So explain the choices you made and why those choices are effective for your specific situation. And you want to include them as attachments to the email. You're going to make this into one document, the same as we've done before, but it's going to serve as kind of a portfolio. So again, this has a lot fewer deliverables. It's a faster turnaround. The keyword analysis worksheet, you kind of go through and follow the instructions, looking at the keywords in the job ad. You'll do an overview memo. That's research that you do on your own to figure out what kind of resume is effective. Do you need chronological? Do you need functional? Is it a federal job that needs a federal resume? Is it some other kind of career? Does it need certain keywords in it? What kind of information needs to be on there? And then you're going to put it together in a portfolio. So it's a pretty straightforward project. The difficulty here is that for resumes and cover letters, there are very specific conventions that job seekers must meet, or your resume will go in the trash can. On average, you have 6 seconds or less to get someone's attention and interest in your resume. So everything needs to be designed to look appropriate and to contain the most appropriate and effective information. If you need any help or have any questions, please let me know.